How are you, my listener? I want to welcome you once again to my YouTube channel, and I want to thank you for subscribing to this channel, for commenting, sharing, and liking. Thank you for being a part of this family of generational transformational leaders. In this channel, I teach you the Word of God. I empower you on life skills because I am committed to be your partner to make sure that you live a victorious life and you live out your life purpose and destiny. Welcome. Today's video, I'll be sharing with you my personal testimony, and I'll also be praying for you because my birthday is coming up, and I felt that it is good now that you've become part of this family. I share with you just a small portion of my testimony. And I want to begin by thanking the Almighty God. I want to tell Him that I am so grateful that He has blessed me in the abundance of His mercies and made me to celebrate another year. You will agree with me that we are living at a time and a season where we have learned that to be alive is a miracle, and therefore I cannot take it for granted. I also want to thank God for saving me. And most importantly, I want to thank His Son, Jesus Christ, for dying on the cross for me. Because even as I share on this channel, even as I'm about to give my testimony, the greatest testimony is the testimony of eternal life. And therefore, I want to tell God, thank you for saving me. Because indeed, even as I'm sharing what the Lord has done, I know Him at a personal level. And I would like to encourage you, if you don't know Him at a personal level, it is such a marvelous, such an experience that I cannot even explain unless you accept Him and walk the journey yourself. I also want to thank God because He has been so kind to me from the day that I was born up to this point in my life. And I also want to thank Him for giving me an opportunity to fulfill my life vision and walk in my purpose. And so many people, they don't even know their purpose. And for that reason, that is why I am here excited. Because by the grace of God, I have been able to empower even you, my listener, and many others to be able to discover their life purpose, to pursue it with passion, and to live a life of fulfillment. I also want to thank you for subscribing and following this channel, because by doing so, you are also part of my partners in my journey towards the fulfillment of my divine destiny and life purpose. Thank you, because by subscribing and listening to this channel, you are being a part of what God has called me to do. Because this channel is one of the avenues that God has given me among many other platforms to communicate to my generation that which He has anointed me with and deposited within me. And therefore, for subscribing and for listening, may the Lord bless you. I want you to know that I take you seriously, and like I always say, I take my time to pray for you. Thank you for those who've been sending me their testimonies. And if you have not yet sent your testimony, yours is coming. And I know very soon I will receive your testimony. I want you to know that I can't give my entire life testimony in this short video because I would stay here for like a whole month. And therefore, I'm just going to stick to one particular portion of my testimony that I think has been very impactful and that I believe will empower somebody. My aim of sharing my testimony today is to challenge somebody to arise up from their comfort zone. From that point of view, don't know why you are alive. Discover your life purpose and live it out. Touch your generation so that we can enjoy your gift. And therefore, let me go straight to my testimony. And the main theme of my testimony is that I will focus on the testimony of my life, of how God has enabled me to successfully transition from a full-time banking career to the point of successfully working in my life purpose and destiny. I was a banker for 10 years. I was enjoying my job. I was doing well in terms of my career growth, but I reached a point and I realized I was not fulfilled. And because I'm a woman of faith, I went back to God and I asked God, what is it? And the Lord told me, it is your season to step out of the bank. Was it easy? it was not easy. In fact, at some point, I was a bit hesitant. Those of you who have walked this journey will agree with me. It is not easy to move from a job where you know you have a salary every month, and then you are going out to a world where you don't even know where to begin. But because I trusted in the ability of my God, and I believe that God cannot mislead me. 10 years ago, 8 years ago, that was in the year 2013. In July, I handed in my resignation. And I want to assure you that for the last years, for those years, that 8 years and a few months that I've been out of employment, they have been a season that I've gone through a lot of trials, I've gone through a lot of triumphs. As I'm sitting here speaking to you, I have no regrets, because I know when I look back, God meant business when he told me, leave your job, step out and come, and I will hold your hand. And I know as you're listening there, maybe you're wondering, how did it happen? And I want to assure you, it is because of the faithfulness and the mercies of God, and also my ability to cooperate with God and to follow all his instructions. And in the instances where I failed to follow his instructions, I opened businesses thinking, oh, I can't stay without a salary. It backfired. Why? When God gives you an instruction, like he told me, leave the job, the intention of God is to teach you to fully submit to him, to trust him and obey him. And I can say that for the last 8 years, I have learned to obey him, even when it doesn't make sense. I want you to understand that as I'm speaking to you today, I can confidently say by the mercies of God that my life carries a strong fragrance of the oil of God's love, goodness, and favor. One day, one time, continue tuning into this channel, I will have an opportunity to share the details, the explicit and the intimate details, and you will understand why I am saying that. It is true evidence. These years, the 8 years since I left the banking career, is true evidence that indeed God is a faithful Father, and he will never leave us nor forsake us. I want you to understand, dear listener, it has not been an easy journey. If I tell you it was smooth, I would be lying to you, and I cannot lie, because as I said, I'm a born-again Christian. Mine is a story of resilience, because I had to grow stamina, even when the results remained elusive, because it took years before I could see results or get the compass of my life. It is a story, dear listener, of daring faith mixed up with real risk. I had to take risks. Leaving a job, it was not an easy thing. My children were young. We have 4 children. We had to depend only on my husband's salary. So you can imagine all the logistics. It wasn't easy. It was also a life. It has also been a story spiced up with a dose of determination. I have become such a determined woman until quitting and giving up does not exist in my vocabulary. It was a story. It is a story of determination to succeed despite the many odds. I can confidently say staying out of employment has taught me to be determined. It has taught me to work out my faith, because I believe I can't fail. Because if I fail, you know, when I was working, I could say, even if this deal fails, I have a salary next month, I have a bonus. But now there's nothing like that. The plan I put my strength and my focus into, it must work. Because if it doesn't work, I don't have any plan B. My plan is God and what he tells me to do. I want you also to understand, my story is a story of a woman who is speaking to you here, who decided to follow the instructions of her God by pure faith. In fact, I remember very well when I quit my job, and we were having a conversation with my husband one time, and he asked me, by the way, what is your plan? And I told him, give me a paper and a pen. And I wrote there in capital letters, FAITH, and I told him faith is my plan. And I can confidently tell you, my listener, faith will not fail you. Mine is a story of hope and strong belief that yes, I believed I would make it safely beyond the certain bridge of transitioning from a banking career as I ventured into the uncertain territory of pursuit of my life purpose, vision, and assignment, because this was my first time I was resigning from a job. I had not done it before. I did not have any experience, but I was ready with the help of my God to take that step of faith. Mine is a story, dear listener, of a journey where I intentionally shut off every single voice of doubt, and the voices were numerous, and unbelief, and I instead amplified every single voice of hope that sang a melodious song to my ears and told me, yes, you can make it. And as I speak to you today, those days it was just a song, but today it is my reality. And because I have made it so far, and I've only achieved a glimpse of what the Lord wants me to do. And therefore I can confidently say, I have successfully managed to get my compass of living this life of destiny fulfillment. My dear listener, is a story that was anchored on the firm belief in the only dependable God. I remember the many nights I cried, I prayed, I wondered what will happen. Like, for example, my first 3 months after employment were tough because bankers are paid on a specific day. And on that day, I used to have what I call salary blues, because I would keep wondering, my goodness me, there's no salary in my account. But with time, I came to learn and to understand that when I obeyed God and I left the comfort of my career, I entered in the peril of Jehovah. And therefore, every month, I normally tell him, my daddy, I want my paycheck. My dear listener, is a story of both triumphs and tears, a story of pain and purpose, a story of losses and lessons, so many lessons that I can write more than 10 books. It is a story of many questions and doubts. And I remember very well that when God spoke to me and told me to resign, I was wondering, resigning, what next? And when the Lord noticed, this one I'll never forget because it was so powerful. I remember as I was going through that season, it was a very intense and a season of emotions, because even I had to prepare my family. But I remember when the Lord said, leave now, and I was still feeling like I cannot leave. Don't joke with God. I remember when the Lord noticed my hesitation, he sent 2 strangers when I was still in the bank to pull me out of my comfort zone. I don't know those people. Even if I meet them, I may not know them. Maybe they can identify me. But both of them, and they came at different days. And I'm sure they don't know each other. But whatever they told me catapulted me out of my place of comfort zone. I remember so well as if it was yesterday that both of them, after I had interacted with them and we shared ideas, I told them whatever I told them, they openly wondered in amazement why I was sitting comfortably behind a computer, yet I carried so much wisdom and potential. In fact, the first one was a young man, and I still remember he was new in Nairobi. And as I was speaking and responding to his questions, he removed his notebook and started taking notes. And then finally he told me, do you know what, madam? You're wasting yourself here. And when the young man walked out, I was left there puzzled. Let me tell you, my listener, when God tells you leave, you better leave. Because if you don't, he will provoke you. The other one came like after 2 days. And this one, in fact, immediately after just engaging with him, those who know me know that I like talking. And by the grace of God, I've matured. Now I talk sense. This one, in fact, openly demanded for my consultancy business card. And he even suggested that he wants to connect me with his friend who could be my mentor. And this one now, I was so shocked and shaken. I didn't even talk to him. I just let him leave. And I remember after that man walked out, the Lord told me, do you want me to send a third one? And I said, no, Lord. Before you send the third one, I'll hand in my resignation letter. The Lord also challenged me with 2 scriptures. Because let me tell you, resigning from a job is not an easy thing. And especially a job where you know you can access funds anytime. And I remember the Lord speak to me and telling me about the story, the parable of the talents. And he told me, my daughter, I have given you and blessed you with so many talents. And he challenged me, take a pen and a paper and write down every talent that you know you have. And you know, I was shocked. I wrote and wrote until I started crying. And then the Lord told me, as you all know, today I'm not sharing the word, so I'll not go into the details. But we all know what happened to the person who had 5 talents. They worked them out, they got 5 others. But for the one who buried their talent, it was taken from him. And I remember the Lord told me, now where it has reached, I'm not begging you another time. If you are not willing to leave this job, go and work out your talents and trust me, I am ready to take them and give another person. And I remember crying and telling God, no, don't give another person. And after that, I didn't even stay like a month. I handed in my resignation. And the other scripture that the Lord gave me that up to today is like a cornerstone of my life is the story of Peter. When the disciples were in the sea and they saw Jesus walking on the water, they thought initially it was a ghost and they trembled. But Peter said, if indeed it is you, let me also walk on water. And who knows, Peter walked. Forget about the part where he started sinking. And the Lord told me, my daughter, I want you to put on the attitude of Peter. Step out of this comfort zone of the job. Walk on the water of uncertainty, of fears, of everything. But as long as you keep your eyes on me, Jesus, you will never sink. I want to give you a guarantee and an assurance that as long as you fix your eyes on me, no storm will drown. And let me tell you, my listener, when the Lord told me that, I surrendered my will to the will of my Father. And I told him, I am ready to risk and walk on the unknown waters of living a life without employment. And the Lord told me that as long as I take that decision with courage, he would make sure that he would uphold me and walk with me until I start living out my life purpose. And you know what? As I sit here talking to you confidently, I can assure you the storms came. The storms came. The storms of betrayal. I was betrayed by my friends. Let me tell you, when you're working, you think you have friends. Hey, it is a lie. I thought I had friends. But the moment most of them learned I've resigned from my job, they walked out of my life. In fact, some of them told me openly to my face, we thought you are learned. How do you just leave your job like that? You're not using your common sense. But I would just smile. Because unless you have walked this journey with God, you cannot make another person understand. I went through storms of rejection. And by the grace of God, I want to tell you that I maintained my focus fully on Christ. And that is why, as I told you, I am still here. Each time the enemy came in like a flood, and he did. I've had several instances where I was very sick. And the enemy would come and tell me, you are going. But I would always tell him, I'm not going anywhere. Because God promised me no storm would drown me until I fully manifest my full purpose and my destiny. And the Lord would always raise a standard for me. And that is why I love him so much. And I want you to understand, even as I'm speaking to you right now, and I'm sharing with you my testimony, I do it with a lot of humility. Because I know if it were not for God, I would not even be here. And I want you to understand, the word that the Lord gave me has kept me together. Even when some people thought I've lost my mind, some even were doubting my sanity. They were even telling me to first go for counseling because they thought, how do you live a banking career? And some were even bold enough to tell me to my face. But of course I would laugh because I knew what the Lord had told me in the secret place. I want you to understand that the moment I stopped working, my phone used to be so busy. At least in a day, I would have like 10 missed calls because the banking job is quite intense. So most of the time, my phone would be on silent mode. So at least every evening, I would be responding to some calls. But when I stopped working, my phone went silent. I used to laugh and tell my husband, be calling me in the daytime because it's like I might even forget how my phone rings. But guess what? I quickly learned that most people, the majority, they are not your true friends. They are not friends to you because of who you really are. But they are friends with your status, with your pocket, and with your title. And that made me a better person, a wiser person. Nowadays, I guard my personal space. I don't just allow anybody into my life. Nowadays, I love my own company. And most of all, I grew very intimate with God. I came to realize that the so-called friends, they were connected to the banker, but not to me as a person. Of course, initially, I was feeling bad. But with time, I quickly moved on. And I drew more closer to God. And because the Lord started speaking immediately on what he wanted me to do, I didn't have time to waste wondering who has walked out of my life. And even as I'm speaking to you now, you may be saying, Madam, I'm at that place where people have walked out of my life. But I want to encourage you, if you have God, it doesn't matter who walks out of your life. You are going to make it. Another advantage was that soon I realized I had a lot of time in my hands. And therefore, I became an available mother to our 4 children. In fact, my children were very happy. I thought they would complain I've left my job. They were celebrating. Even I was shocked. Because now in the morning, I could be there for them. I could make meals for them. I became a better homemaker. I became a better wife. In fact, we had more time with my husband. We had time even for once after many years to be going for annual holidays. What am I saying in a nutshell? It is good I obeyed God. Transitioning was not easy, but when I look back, I can say it was worthy the pain and the price. And therefore, fast forward, despite the numerous challenges, errors, mishaps, and confusion. There are days I was confused. I didn't know what to do. God finally cleared for me my highway towards my life destiny and fulfillment. And today I can confidently say that my God has firmly established me on my divine area of assignment. I am no longer looking or searching for my assignment. I am now empowering you and others to do that. And by the grace of God, I have managed, among other things, I won't say everything I've achieved, but I'll just mention a few that I feel are critical. By the grace of God, I have managed to successfully author and publish 2 books, one for teenagers, another one for the youth, and I am currently working on several others. I knew I could write, but because of the demands of the banking career, I could not even be able to write. Another thing, a milestone, I am now serving God in my area of calling and positively touching and transforming many lives. The testimonies I receive every day, the messages I receive every day, the calls I receive every day. Some are complete strangers. I have never met them, but we interact through my social media platforms. And they tell me, Madam, you are a true woman of God. After you prayed for me, my son got a sponsor. I got a baby. I got married. They excite me so much until I normally tell my husband, I get so excited. I am no longer motivated by money. I am motivated by just touching one more life. It's also good to let you know, I am now both a spiritual mentor and a life coach mentor to so many people. Some are not even in this country. Thank God for social media. I am also currently finalizing my master's degree program that I had kept on suspense mode for so many years. I'm doing it in counseling psychology. And by the grace of God, I have been running, like I mentioned, a successful online ministry and mentorship program on my social media platforms, even this YouTube channel, through which, by the grace of God, I have been able to lead so many people to Christ, especially last year when there was a lockdown. I have prayed for so many people, and I have so many testimonies, and I give God all the glory. What am I saying? By the grace of God, He walked me through the path of the transitioning period of uncertainty. And finally, I can say that my plane has landed at the place of my destiny fulfillment and assignment. I thank God that He has used me, become empowered to pursue their God-given destiny and life purpose. I have finally, this is the latest miracle, by the way, I'm so excited. I have finally successfully recorded my very first worship song, which will be premiering on my birthday. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and be able to support me. What am I saying? God is a faithful God. But for him to be faithful in your life, like I said earlier, you must be ready and willing to partner with him, to trust him even when it doesn't make sense. And another very important thing is that God has connected me with amazing destiny helpers. And now I have genuine friends who love me for who I am. They pray for me, they push me, and they don't love me for what I can offer them. And therefore I can confidently tell you, my listener, I am a fulfilled woman who has matured in her faith in God. I have matured in my identity as a woman of power. I believe I carry power. A woman of impact, a woman of influence, a generational transformation agent, and a leader in my area of assignment. And guess what? That is just a tip of the iceberg. By the grace of God, I continue to manifest and to unfold the next dimensions of who I truly am in Christ Jesus. I can now confess with both confidence and a lot of humility, like the psalmist did in Psalm 16 at verse number 6, that indeed the lines have fallen to me in pleasant places. Yes, I have a good inheritance. And as I bring my testimony to a closure, my listener, I would like to pray for you. And I want you to understand the main reason that the Lord put it in my heart to share this on my birthday is because as I am sharing a part of my life story with you, it is because I want you to be encouraged to arise from your place of comfort zone, from your place of confusion, and step out in faith like I did, and pursue your life destiny and purpose, and fulfill your divine assignment in your generation. If I made it, my listener, despite all the obstacles, then I decree and declare you will also make it. I now want to pray for you that fear, because I realized I was just afraid of nothing. Fear, I pray for you, my listener, that fear will not freeze you or steal your life destiny and purpose. Fear is the number one agenda and the strategy that the devil uses to make sure we don't fulfill our life purpose and destiny. I pray for you that God will guide you and connect you with the right destiny helpers. Along the way, I've encountered many destiny killers. And therefore, I want to let you to be very careful, even who you open up and share your ideals, your plans, your agendas, and your strategies. Because some people out there, they come smiling, but deep inside, they are dangerous. And that is why you need to have an intimate walk with God, because God will always warn you. And because now, my dear listener, you are part of my support system, may the God whom I serve and represent position you at the right place of your destiny fulfillment. I decree and declare you not miss out on your destiny. And I want you to know, as I mentioned earlier, I'm a consultant and a life coach. And in case you need assistance in terms of life coaching on how to navigate these streets and finally fulfill your destiny, feel free to write me an email and get in touch with me. I wish you all the best, my listener, as you endeavor to live out a life of purpose and destiny fulfillment. A life that I can tell you is indescribable. The joy that I feel, the excitement that I have, no amount of money can make me feel more fulfilled. Because I tell you, when you walk in your purpose, you are already wealthy. I also want you to know that I have exciting programs that I've organized for next year that will be premiering right here on this channel. And therefore, if you have not subscribed, please do so. And make sure you activate the notification bell, because I am committed and I am dedicated to empower you, to equip you, to even take a more shorter time than I did to live out your purpose, because the world is hungry and expectant to receive from your expertise. I will continue to pray for you, and as I always say, and it's not a cliche, I love you, I treasure you, and thank you for partnering and being part of this family. I will be praying for you, and I will be waiting for your testimony. Until I see you next time, be busy working out your life destiny and purpose and fulfillment. And we meet at the top.